Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with another match of Playing on a Budget. Oh, these hands are terrible today. This seems to be the theme of getting a one-land hand and then mulling, and then subsequently drawing 15 lands in a row. Gosh, I'm so sick of mulling, I'm going to actually keep this hand. I'm going to be a terrible player and actually keep this hand. And now I'm going to get stuck on lands. Even Thoughtseize me, go for it, dude. At this point... At this point, I think I've just given up. This is the best time to be playing Magic when you're completely on tilt. Just a little bit of a... I know people don't like spoiling the earlier games, but hopefully you're using the playlist. That's what a playlist is for. So you can go from the game 1 to game 2 to game 3. But there was actually even another game in here that I decided not to record that was the exact same thing, where I moldified both games, keeping one land hands and no land hands, and then subsequently drew into 15 lands in a row. And that's... Oh, there was one game that I had it was against Mazes Inn at a Master Waves, and swung in with... He was out of fog effects, swung in with 5 creatures, and with Bident of Thassa on board, and drew 5 lands. No joke. 5 lands off the Bident of Thassa triggers. So... This is how Magic can frustrate you, so I should probably take a break and gather my senses again, or my composure, and then I can actually play decent Magic. So this has happened to me at tournaments before. This was kind of day 2 at Pro Tour Dragon's Maze. Same stuff was happening, and I just kind of went with it. And again, I probably should have just breathed, relaxed, but... Tilt does hurt me pretty bad. I'll be the first one to admit that. Alrighty, so let's draw into a land here and make this actually a decent keep. Yay! Look at that. Alright, so do I counterspell a Underworld Connections that comes out next turn? And what are the scenarios that I want to do here? I do think that I just get in here with the Nivmagus Elemental. And no, I think I just Frostburn Weird. Because I can react to a Pack Rat. And Underworld Connections... I've always wanted to... What happens if I Underworld Connections or if I catch an Underworld Connections? I've never... I don't know. Alright, it's an Nightveil Spectre anyway, so Izzet Charm would have been pointless. There's a Master Waves. That's going to be nice down the road. That's... If he runs out of removal for me... then that should be pretty decent. See if he blocks here. Wise not to. And unfortunately, I think I do need to find some lands. Do I have time to do anything? Do I have time to put out another Nivmagus Elemental? I think what I do is just draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards, unfortunately. I don't like this play, but I need to find lands. And I do find them, so I think the right cards... Both of these, the Barrage of Expendables and the Nivmagus Elemental, are the weakest links. Or maybe the Molten Birth, I can't even cast it. And the Nivmagus Elemental are the right cards to throw away. So I do get the other land, though. Nightveil Spectre now is going to do a bit of work. As he can, with the Temple of Deceit, he can cast quite a few cards that he gets off the top of my library. Like, he could actually cast a Master Waves, which could be very detrimental. Alright, so I'm in pretty decent shape now. I'll continue to attack in. Hopefully he uses some removal here. As if I can get in there with a huge Master Waves hit, I should be golden. So I think the right play here is just to try to bait out some removal on this Young Pyromancer. That's awesome. The Bile Blight, that's a good one to get out of his hand. But again, this Nightveil Spectres continue to wreak havoc. Molten Birth, though, I'm glad he got that off the top. So if he Desecration Demons here, alright, that's fine. Alrighty, so we're in decent shape. I think I just do Master Waves. And I could do some damage here with the Master Waves, but I think by tapping down a Desecration Demon and getting in there for 3. But at this point, I mean, if he's got the removal, he's got the removal. And if we draw into one more land, we can take out his Night Veil Spectre. So I guess I'm hoping he just doesn't have another Bile Blight. But Mono Black runs tons of removal. And here I think I do tap down a Desecration Demon rather than take extra damage. And this will be the biggest tell ever. Okay, so he does have removal. If he did not attack here, he wouldn't have removal. Gets an island. That's decent. I don't think he's played a land this turn. But it looks like Gary's going to come out. Yep, here comes Gary. So I'm down to a 7. And Nivmagus Elemental is not very good here. Yeah, and I still can't even machine gun down his guy. So I think the right play is just to swing it with everything, except for the Master Waves, of course. And the one he blocks, I will definitely chuck at his face. So he's not out of this yet. My hope is he's just got lands in his hand, because we're going to be doing probably 8 damage or more this turn. And we could actually kill a Gary. Yeah, well, no, I probably don't want to throw anything at Gary. I mean, I could sacrifice 2 more elemental tokens to take out Gary. I think the right play is actually just to sacrifice an elemental to do damage to him. Pump the crap out of this guy. Put him down to a 9, and that puts a lot of pressure on him. And cast another Nivmagus Elemental. So again, we're going to be sacrificing to shut down this demon. Again, we're crossing our finger that I hope he has a handful of Thought Seizes. That's the play I want to see. So yes, we'd like to sacrifice an elemental token. Now Master Waves doesn't hurt too bad. He can get something off my library, like a Master Waves' own would be the best thing he can get. Steam Vents. All right, sweet. We didn't even want to draw that. So now we're getting lucky on the Night Veil Specters. 4 cards in hand, or 3 cards in hand. Could just be another Grey Merchant. I just die. And yeah, that's overkill. All right, we'll go on to the next game. Now this strategy, I'm going to go grab and go. I'm going to go completely for the grab and go strategy. Master Waves is terrible. We're going to take out like everything basically. And bring in... I even like Domestications. Yeah, Domestications are great in this. Nivmagus Elementals are terrible as well. I mean, they do work with hidden strings. I'm going down to 8 creatures if I don't have a Nivmagus Elemental. It's just so much removal I bet he's going to bring in. So I do like turn and burns. But maybe I can get rid of 1 turn and burn, because I think everything else is more powerful. Or maybe no, we want Purphoros as well. It combos off with, what creatures do I have? I have a Goblin Electromancer. I have Young Pyromancers, Thassa, Purphoros, Hypersonic Dragon. All right, I'm going to try this. We're gonna have to give this a go. Yes, I'd like to play first there. This is not a mulligan. We have a pretty decent hand. Maybe card draw is something I need in this deck. Our opponent does have to mulligan to 6. So we'll start off with an Izzet Guildgate. And if he's got the first turn Thoughtseize, that is pretty powerful against us, as it gets Young Pyromancer out of the way. And he kept a no-land hand. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. Here we go. I thought he passed the turn back to me. A Mutavault, though. That's very weak. Can't first turn Thoughtseize. All right, no more lands. We're good on lands. Magic. Throw out the Young Pyromancer. And yes, it can get removed by ultimate price this turn. Pack Rat. Yeah, we're definitely going to we're going to kill that Pack Rat right now. And we're going to continue to draw into lands because, you know, that's exactly what we want. So again, the temples are going to be nice when they come out. They'll help us filter through our deck. Can't cast an Nightveil Spectre. He can cast another Pack Rat, but he has it. He can cast the Young Pyromancer or removal on the Pyromancer, which is, yep, Hero's Downfall on it. So we're actually in terrible, terrible shape if we draw into another land. Catch Release is going to be nice. As gain control of target permanent, we can actually take his Mutavault, activate it, and sack it. Which might be the right play. Do we have enough mana for that, though? I do believe we do, because we can activate the Mutavault to itself. So I don't know if that will be the right play or not. Yeah, that definitely not going to be the right play. Because we're just going to kill Big D. Hidden Strings, at this point, I'm not going to cast. It's pointless. We're going to go like this. Swing in. He's down to a 10. And now we can sacrifice a creature to gain 4 life. But now we're kind of running on fumes with the amount of lands we drew into. So cards like maybe Bident of Thassa I should have taken out. I mean, the card draw is awesome, though. I'm thinking maybe a Hammer or Purphoros works really well with a Master of Waves, as they can't really react to it. But it's, again, Hammer Purphoros is kind of, I guess it can sacrifice my excess cards. So maybe I'm going to add a one of and see how well it works in the deck. So I wonder if he's just wondering about putting out a Pack Rat. And if he does have a Pack Rat, another one, I could be in a bit of a pickle. It's another Desecration Demon. Kind of running on fumes here. But with 8 more ways to get that, and actually Domestication is another way to get that as well. 10 ways to get that. Molten Birth, that can actually keep it tapped down forever. So what we need to do is we actually need to hit this Molten Birth. So far I'm 0 for 4. I'm 0 for 5 now. Alright, so again, I don't think it's worth it putting the Hidden Strings. And at this point, he can attack him with the Desecration Demon. I'm totally okay with that. Which he does decide to do. Because our life total is not scary at this point. We have ways to sacrifice creatures. And unfortunately he can, though. He can Bile Blight and kill all these. Nightveil Spectre. That is going to be an issue. I'd actually rather grab that than a Desecration Demon at this point. So come on, give me a land. A land. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just going to tap this down. Tap this down. Cypher onto this elemental token, which doesn't do much at this point. And maybe that wasn't the right play either. But at least you get to see how this deck works. I apologize for this kind of land flood, land starve. I guess you can untap the elementals, but that's fine. And I'm going to pass it back to him. Not going to play this last land. I'm going to let him try to Thoughtseize that out of the way. And if Gray Merchant comes down, I could be in for a lot of pain. I mean, a Bile Blight's pretty bad too. And if you get something that I need off the top here... yeah. Like that card, which would have totally got me back in this game. Gray Merchant, which gives him life back. And an Izzet Guildgate. So, oh, magic. Magic, 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 magic. Hopefully this last game will actually work out for us. I don't really think it's the deck's fault. I really just think it's this drawing. I think, was that 3 lands in a row as well? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. And, you know, our opponent here, yeah. Anyway, this has been, and we lose on the Molten Birth. That's always lovely. I guess I'm not out of this yet. Am I dead even if I sacrifice tap down? No, I'm not quite dead yet. So I'll keep this up. Might as well play it out to see if by some miracle we pull out of this, but I highly, highly doubt that's going to happen. It's hard to draw 8 lands with this deck and still win, as you do have cards like Bubbling Cauldron. But I mean, all the things that are supposed to give us card advantage, Molten Birth and stuff, is just not going our way. So yes, I'd like to tap down the Desecration Demon. See, the catch would have got us back into this game. Okay, he gets a Mountain this time, which he can play, though, and then that's going to allow him to start casting our own stuff on us. I don't believe I need a Bubbling Cauldron quite yet. There we go. There's a catch. Oh, geez, I should have taken his Night Veil Spectre with the catch. That was a misplay. Because then I could have caught them both, but yeah. And I'll save that for another Act of Treason. Because I could have caught and then caught Bile Blight. That's kills both my elemental tokens. Puts me down to a... No, I'll still be okay because I'll be up to 5. Hey, and I get a Mutavault too. That's awesome. I'll take that. Alright, we'll Bubbling Cauldron this way. Because he could have killed me. Why'd he do that? Alright, so my misplay's okay because he misplays. I mean, he probably, most likely will still just kill me here. But I mean, if I get another Act of Treason... off the top... and he gets an island off the top for me. Woo! He should just play that catch. He really should. An Act of Treason off the top. Or a catch or a Domestication. Hidden Strings will not do it. Alright, this has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.